Sanbonani guys, welcome back to yet another video. So guys, Themba released this public statement on his TikTok account. He mentioned some things that I think we know already, but there's a part where I'm just like, yeah, zine. So anyway, it reads as follows: statement of clarity on my journey with Married at First Sight. Firstly, I would like to unreservedly apologize to my ex and the mother of my children for any pain I have caused her. I would also like to apologize to everyone who has been disappointed by my actions on my journey with Married at First Sight. Without sounding like I'm justifying my actions, I would, however, like to clarify a few facts because I believe not doing so will be irresponsible on my part. Number one, as I stated on the show, I paid the first installment of lobola to my ex's family. Number two, in 2022, when we realized that our relationship was not working and we no longer wished to continue with the lobola proceedings, our families met and agreed on the decision to no longer continue with the lobola proceedings. Number three, our families met to dissolve the proceedings because that is how we understood it to be done in our culture. We had no understanding of any legal implications, and we still don't. And that is why I have sought legal counsel on the matter, and my legal team is dealing with it. Number four, sometime after the meeting to dissolve the proceedings, my ex and I went on to try working on our relationship again until the time I went on Married at First Sight. Number five, at the time of me going on Married at First Sight, my ex and I were not living together. I do, however, take full responsibility for not being honest with her about my realization that the relationship was no longer going to work for me. Number six, as soon as I met and fell in love with my wife on the show, I went to speak to my ex and ended things officially. Of course, she did not take this well, and I do not fault her with any reaction she had to the news. This happened in my second week on the show. That is when our relationship ended and I continued with the show. Number seven, I became honest with my wife on the show about the unfavorable way in which I exited my relationship and have since been transparent to her about everything concerning the issue. True to the experiment of the show, this is a challenge we had to deal with and have managed to overcome. Number eight, during the reunion, I did express all of this, but upon watching the show, I saw that it was not included. This did not sit well with me because it makes me look like a man who cannot stand for his truth, and that is not the person I am. Number nine, none of this justifies not completely closing the door of my previous relationship before coming to Married at First Sight, and for that, I take full responsibility and sincerely apologize to everyone who has been hurt by my actions. Number 10, out of respect for the mother of my children, my wife, and all families involved, this is all I wish to say on the matter as I put it to rest and focus on my new journey as a married man. Clack it! I will not be taking any interviews regarding this matter, but I am happy to take interviews regarding my work, my journey on Married at First Sight, and my relationship with my wife. And then he goes on to say, I would like to thank Married at First Sight for my beautiful experience on the show. I would also like to thank all our supporters for their love and their support for our marriage. Now, guys, as I said, there's parts that I've heard about before, but the part where Themba says, listen, he clarified all of this on the reunion, but they chose not to put it in before we even get there. Now, some people are like, this has Unelisa's name written all over it. Now, remember on the reunion, guys, Unelisa did say that they are seeking seeking legal advice regarding this matter, so they didn't want to speak much on it. So I guess this is the legal advice that they've got, that Utmba should just put out a public statement out there and whatnot. But people really believe that Unelisa is the one who pushed Utmba to actually make the step. But guys, I don't know, even that last part where he's like, I think married at first sight, maybe he doesn't want to burn bridges with married at first sight, because at the end of the day, they are the ones who made it possible for him to meet his beautiful wife, Unelisa. But they did him dirty, guys. And I need him and us to acknowledge that. I know they might come out here and say that, guys, there is so much that is shot on the reunion or when we do TV. Not everything is going to make it to TV. I get that. But they know very well that Utmba was getting so much of backlash from the public. I remember even doing a video saying that Utmba just sat there and let Unelisa explain stuff and said nothing. And Utmba's like, no, I actually did say something. They just decided not to include it. Why wouldn't they include something like that, guys? Nah, man, like I am convinced that when it comes to these reality TV shows, they push their own narrative and not necessarily what is deemed as the truth. Because the reunion for me is a place where everyone must come and speak their minds out. It's a place where, I want to hear apologies. I feel like it's the one place where I don't want to see stuff or a narrative being pushed. So why wouldn't they put Utmba's apology or everything that Utmba said there, just not to make Unelisa look like she's the Tululu one and she's the one who's talking for Indota and whatnot. Hi guys, but wrong what I don't want to say. But anyway, guys, that is Utmba. He said that he and his wife have overcome this issue. Tina, we're still speaking about it. Usponono. He's like, no, that is part of the hardships me and my wife went through emshadweni. Now we are cruising. Kahle futhi. Anyway, let's park it right there. You tell me your thoughts on this. Please do make sure you like the video. Please do subscribe. It is absolutely for free of charge. And I'll see you guys on the next one.